everybody, I'm Chloe and this is my tank. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing some aquascaping. I'm really excited. I have some new plants to put in. I really want to try to fill in some of the blank space back here. I also got this absolute beauty to try to incorporate more of the rose quartz. This is a little bit of a darker pink than the one that I have in there now, which is unfortunately covered in algae. I'm gonna try to clean that today. So I'm also gonna put this in a section that doesn't get as much light, so hopefully it doesn't get as covered in the algae and we're able to see the color more. Yeah, she was about $70, I want to say, but it's nice and big. Totally worth it in my opinion. So I also have, I had this one just laying around, so I might try to do a little something with that. I do have these plants to add in here too. I actually wrote down the names this time. I know for sure that I got some more of the jungle val, which I already have in there, and I also got some more different types of crypt, which I also already have growing in there, so I'm hoping that it'll still look like very cohesive and all kind of work together and blend together well. So I got dwarf sage, jungle val, crypt, one time, and then creeping Charlie. So the creeping Charlie, that's this one right here. It doesn't necessarily need to root in the sand of my aquascaping back here, which I think will be good. So even if the pleco does kind of rip them up on the bottom, it'll still just be floating around and kind of filling out the space and leaving less bald spots. That is my hope. I also want to try to create some more dimension on the floor of the tank. Right now I have just this maybe like medium to small sized gravel. I think I want to do some gravel patches and then also some sandy patches, and then I do have Java moss in there right now, but I don't really like the area that it's in, so maybe do something with that. I don't know, but let's get started. All right, let's get started with the water change. Now that I've got the water level down a little bit, I also have some water down here in my Home Depot bucket, so I'm gonna start pulling out what I don't want. I think from this area specifically. I have to remind myself that it always looks worse before it looks better, because this looks crazy. And I feel so bad because there were so many shrimp in that Java moss that I ripped up. Just trying to scrape some of the algae off and the bridge fell apart. But that's okay. I think this is going to be a happy accident because now I can rescape the rocks in more different ways. The color difference makes me so sad. Now that it's out though, maybe I'll try putting it in bleach or hydrogen peroxide. Okay, I'm gonna let that side settle. Let me start grabbing the plants I don't want out of here. I wanted to trim back this jungle val and kind of concentrate it in that corner instead of having it up in the front, kind of blocking things here. Ooh, this is a nice long piece though. I'm not sure what this one is, but I'm gonna pull that out and put it somewhere else. This is one of the crypts. Look at that gorgeous root. Oh my god. She was happy there, super pink, but she could be happier because I planted both of these at the same time, and see, this one up front is just like 5 times bigger. So I'm gonna move her more to the forefront where she'll get more light and we can really see how pretty she is. More rocks. I have so many rocks in here, I don't know why. So I still have these 2 rocks to add in somewhere. There's definitely a pretty distinct color difference. Unfortunately, I was not able, wow, that water is gross looking. But you could still see I was not able to get the other rose quartz as clean. I might go back in there and try to scrub it later, we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and unbox some of these plants. I have the Home Depot bucket down here with the rest of the plants that I pulled out that were already in the tank. We have some jungle val, Java moss, Rotalia, what else? A crypt. And then in here, this is actually a type of crypt, but it'll grow straight like the jungle val. So I think that it'll be a nice contrast with the color, because as you can see, it's like a little darker and it gets a little of that like purpley color. But still look cohesive because it's the same shape. I think I got 2 of those. Oh, this is more jungle val. Even though the one I have in here is spreading, I'm just being impatient because I want it to fill up the space a little quicker. So I got another one of those. 2 of these more foreground plants. These are also a type of crypt. I'm hoping that these will grow really well in my tank. These aren't the exact same kind. This is a crypt flamingo, I know that for sure, and I can't recall what this is. I gotta look it up. Because they're in the same family, I'm hoping those grow really well in there. They're so sweet. They gave me a free, they always give me free stuff when I go in here. This is the other straight one. Next, I have some dwarf sage. I'm really excited about this, and I think I want to put it over here in this area where the Java moss was before. And then the last one is this creeping Charlie, which I'm going to probably put that and then this back here where the monstera roots are. Let's get started. All right, I went ahead and filled her up, and this is how we're looking. I am definitely way happier with this rock formation, even though it's not as tall anymore. I think it leaves room for this Amazon sword back here to really be highlighted. This is my new rock. I'm obsessed with her. Oh my gosh, she is so pretty. It looks like the shrimp are loving the new rock too. I added in all of the new crypts, and I'm really loving the pop of color. I wish that I had gotten a little bit more of this dwarf sage, but I know that it does grow really quick, so hopefully it will start spreading around. I don't know how I feel about the bottom yet with the sand, aqua soil, pebble mixture situation. Yeah, we will see how I'm feeling. The water is still looking super cloudy, and as you can see, we still have a bald spot here and then up here. I just kind of threw in the creeping Charlie, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and then I have this plant too. So we still have a couple more options as far as plants go to help fill out some of this space, but I think right now I'm gonna leave it, let everything settle, see how I'm feeling, and come back another day. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been about a month since I filmed that last update. Let me show you how the tank is looking. happy with how it is looking. It is definitely looking more like the vision that I had in my head, especially now that I've changed the rocks. I like this setup a lot more. Also added a UV light, which I have a whole other video about. If you're interested in, go check out my page. And that is supposed to help with the algae that's been growing on the rose quartz in here. So hopefully the new rocks that I put in here will stay pink and not get super green like the middle ones here. But anyway, some next steps are, I really want to get different lights. Right now, the light that I have above the monstera is literally just like a garage light, and the tank light is, I want to say the glowfish light, because one of the first fish that I ever had was those like glow in the dark Tetras. So I don't need those lights anymore because I don't have any glow in the dark fish, and they just make the tank super blue, which I don't love. After that, obviously we have to get more fish, which I am so excited about. I'm thinking about cories because I think it would look really cool to have some activity down near the bottom of the rocks. I don't know what else, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I hope you guys will join me for the next steps. As always, thank you for watching. Hopefully I see you in the next video. Bye!